Hey, can anyone see the tail number on that? He disappeared into the cloud there. It looks, oh, no, there he is. Come on, let's go. Let's go see what time it is. This has been going on all day. Today is Tuesday, May 13th. Tuesday. Is today election day or something? I'm not sure. Well, I got the camera running. My head's got some fucking bone conduction going, and I could hear my voice echoing out of here pretty good. Over here, got a pole of water, electric line over there for main lining. Hey guys, let me ask you a question. Remember I've been saying, let's bury the fucking power lines? Yeah, let's bury them. Well, because the power lines are up here. There's, 60 hertz up here, whatever, 30,000 volts, fucking, it'll make a squirrel fucking get electrically shocked and fall to the ground if it's on the wires, huh? Or is that only in DC, or is that in AC? And another thing, too, one other question I must ask everyone out there. Why is it called alternating current? If that's voltage, that's not current. So why is it alternating current? Food for thought for all you guys to hear here. Well, if that's voltage, that's not current. Why is it called alternating current? Why is it called direct current, but that's voltage? So what's going on here? Somebody who understands electrical engineering, feel free to give me a shout out here. Why is it called alternating current, but it's voltage? That's not amperage, that's voltage. And for that to be current is different than voltage. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But anyways, I'm not going to get stuck on that subject, because I could probably find out myself in 5 minutes what everybody else is missing as we dive into. Okay, I'm going to show you right here on my forehead. Whenever you just think about talking to yourself, not out loud, silently in your head, like you're reading a book. Now, when you read that book and you're reading silently, you could hear yourself, can't you? Like you're reading, and you could even add charisma and emotion while you're reading silently, can't you? Yeah, because you can hear yourself. What is that? Is that voice to skull communication? What do you think? And for that to occur, you're sitting there reading in your head. You're reading a book. And all of a sudden, you get this conduction. Goes right up your bone to where your ear's at, doesn't it? It's like, hey, I'm reading myself in my head that the entire freaking planet of security fucking gurus are fucking idiots. But I'm doing it silently, and somehow I can hear my voice. And then what happens whenever you do that silently, and it's not just here, you start to hear it over there. Or you start to hear it over there. Like an echo. But you silently do this. That's some type of device, isn't it? To do something like that. And none of you could get away from this one. You fucking mental retards. You read silently in your head, you hear your own voice, don't you? That's called voice-to-skull communication. How do I keep winning? And who wants to sabotage and has something stupid to say? But anyways, back to the power lines. We all know that's an AC current. Okay. Below it, we have data wires, where there's Well, there's the amplifiers and transformers there, so we're sending radio frequency, which is electric field, containing a magnetic field with carrier messages and blah, 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 blah. Same thing as up there, damn near. No different. Same thing. Same thing. Just at a different, what is it, wavelength? Yeah, different wavelength. Whatever, okay, that's not the point. The point is, there's a vibration up there. Yeah. They call it vibration, dielectric field, vibration. Vibration, dielectricity, voltage, vibration. And what's that vibration? That turns into a sensor. Yeah. Well, if you don't believe me, because I was thinking about burying the shit, but that's still going to have like a perimeter set up down there too, isn't it? Because it's a vibration underground, but it's in conduit most likely, within a dielectric within a dielectric, and now we're making sort of an air gap fiber optic. And it's not fiber, it's an air gap. And boy, you'll be hearing the ground talk to you fucking real good there, huh? Just get that little gap, and then you can hear the fucking carrier method. You don't even need a demodulator, for Christ's sakes. The air will demodulate the shit. It doesn't matter what waveform the shit's in. Anyways, the reason why I brought this up, I just seen a video for that we're using for artificial intelligence on detection. It's like an invisible fence for dogs. They're taking like miles of fiber optic cable and they're putting it on the ground. Okay, like a perimeter. Like, see where my boot's at next to this concrete? Okay, and you split this open here because there's someone in here. Okay, they're using this. They're using this. Okay, we're gonna get in there. That can detect vibration. Okay, it's a perimeter. Now they're taking fiber optic cables, almost identical to an invisible fence, and they're putting it on the ground for a perimeter. And as you're walking, and animals walking, hell, probably even a bug flying around, a bee, whatever. You don't need the radar. And all of a sudden, it detects your vibrations. Like an earthquake. Hey, the Ground Wave Emergency Network. How many earthquakes we ever caused with that fucking thing? These vibrations. Don't fucking hate the guy that fucking listened to the guy that said it 100 years ago. Please don't. Please don't. But we figured out other ways to do these ground. We're not talking about that. We're talking about fiber optic detection. You bury a little fiber optic line for miles, and it will give you a readout from. You don't even have. You hear this? You hear it? You walk. You hear it? So now I got to start making videos where I'm silently talking in my head. Because now that pressure comes out through your fucking forehead. And it's so fucking sensitive. The power lines, okay, it's so sensitive. As I'm thinking in my head, just walking around with this fucking phone, the power line can detect this like the bird flying. And we want to call it Wi-Fi. That's funny. It's called an alien vibration. And that opens up scalar vortices. And that scalar vortice starts here. Get one in the head. Okay, this is real. Pay attention. These vortices will start in your head. And that frequency gets matched and opens up somewhere else. Just like an alien vibration on the power lines. You get that. Even the wind going by with the proper acoustic camera, we could probably see what the oxygen's doing. We could probably see what the nitrogen's doing. We could see what the carbon dioxide's doing, the argon, and the water vapors. All separate. Now tie that on to well, whatever the very small things are that are turning into semi-automated transformation computing, DNA compute, blah 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 blah. It's just like, who knows the difference between fucking AC current and voltage? Who knows this one? Stupid bird. How's it feel to be a fucking moron, bird? How's it feel? Hey, EPA, DEP, PETA, where the fuck are you at? You're scared of these wires, aren't you? They're intimidating, correct, judges? Because somebody has to protect the wires in your building, don't they? Here we go! He's on a roll again! Defense! The defense department's on it with the birds coming through the wires. Is it safe? What's the frequencies that are safe? And I want the frequencies that are not fucking safe. And now I'm saying I need cameras. And all I need is a fiber optic perimeter set up to record and detect everything. Unreal. And then hell, if I get really good and I know someone that's really good, we go right back feed through the system here. And I get into that fucking vibration up there. I don't even need a radar to cause a woodpecker signal. That's the new technology, really? The ground wave emergency network's off and we got something new that has less interference. And I'm calling bullshit. Don't ever fucking lie to me again. And, fiber optic vibrations, huh? Come on, liars. You need to stay the fuck out of NBC's fucking business, liars. Right here on the other side of this wall, there's an optical terminal network for fiber optics. Uh-oh. Hey, what's this? Uh-oh. What's all that shit going back and forth on the lines? Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs, we still can't pin it down to what the hell it is, can we? These condensed matters that just seem to float around up here on the Kevlar, even the goddamn aluminum. If you haven't seen my videos where it's on the aluminum right in front of my house, I have one where it's on the aluminum in front of the installation. And I spoke to the guy that redid the amplifier in front of the installation because it was such a bad fucking problem. And we still neglect that this ever happened. Here they come. They try to fucking get in there and intercept. What is that? X key score. X key. Hi, NSA. And now we call it pass keys. X key score. I just seen a cute little video on that. A little short video. Very short, little tiny little fucking bird shit short fucking, what is it, magneto fucking worms that are remote controlling worms. What's next to fucking human brain? And then of course, you look right there on Google, what is fucking remote controlling the human brain? Nothing other than genetically engineered proteins. Acoustic proteins. Just like the vibrations. Then we could see every little gas molecule flying around. I tell you what, we could program a camera to see the fucking fart gas come right out of my fucking asshole. This is page 3. And page 3 is the secrecy, outrage, probability metrics, weight, quantity, and length of wireless fucking communications. Well, what about the wired stuff? You just said wireless. So is the wired shit going wireless? Of course, because there's nothing on the metal. It's on the outside of it, isn't it? So that's wireless, pretty much wireless. It's just a piece of fucking matter for the shit to hold on to. Well, if I show you pictures of India, what they were doing over there, they were just throwing fucking shit over the wires and pulling it down and connecting to it. And I seen pictures in other places. They got shit coming down. They connect up there, run into the poles, and run jacks outlets, so anyone can plug into the motherfucker, and it's safe. And now I got to deal with negligence and fucking people that want to fucking belittle and fucking defamate. And that's like conspiratorial racketeering shit. So the fiber optic perimeter search here. Hey, police station up there. You don't even need cameras, do you? We don't need cameras hanging up, do we? Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you doing to that old woman over there? We don't even need cameras. We literally could just hang wires up that turn into fucking detectors, just like eyeballs. Optical sensors. Hey, I could... NBC, I know what the fucking problem is. Xfinity, I know what the problem is. I never wanted any of this shit, NBC, Xfinity. And you need to get these assholes the fuck out of here. I'm not going to sit here and talk about what you guys need to do, what you girls need to do. But we're just making Captain Obvious videos right now. Captain Obvious, where you can't fucking run and hide any longer. Next, I would have to say, where's the data go? And what surveillance capitalist gets this data? And then it's formulated with an artificial intelligence to look at metaphysical activities. We'll call it that. That's a cute way of calling it. Metaphysics. That's anything non-physical, and they call that afterlife. Hey, was anybody there when the Pope died recently? By the chance. Where'd he go? Did he meet Jesus? CIA, where's the fucking report? The holy man himself, did he meet Jesus? All this technology, you're going to tell me you weren't there when this fucker died? Break the silence. Where did the towers go? Go fetch the fucking books. Firing on cylinders here. The triboelectric fucking thermal generation of fucking a magnetohydrodynamic. Exhaust it through the filter of platinum. And change the freaking ringtone of your exhaustion. There we go. Listen to how these fucking, these assholes, PETA, EPA, DEP, these assholes are using birds. And they have their own little rings of birds, flocks of birds. And these birds are strapped on with this type of technology where they can see where signals are coming from that others can't. Because these acoustic camera programmings are so goddamn lucrative. It's like worth more than genetically engineered magnetoprotein, which you need to put in the bird to have this done and make it a device. How close is this? We're still headed west, huh? How many airplanes flew over the house today? And who's trying to break into the network through these fucking airplanes? Did you get screwed? boy, like my silent voice in my head, you should, whenever you hear an air gap, whenever you hear a spark gap go, you gotta think how that shifts the fucking electrical field. I seen a cool little science experiment the other day. This Indian dude was he had a little piece of aluminum foil, and he had some sort of plate on the bottom. And what he did, he charged this aluminum foil positively, and then he took a metal pan that was metal, probably stainless or something, and he touched his finger to another piece of aluminum foil, and it went spark gap, like a static pop. Like when you take your shirt off, you hear the static pop. That shifts the polarity, I guess, and it turned this pot into a positive field. And he was able to make a piece of aluminum foil float like he's a fucking magician. Just floating there. That's how you know when you put your aluminum foil hat on and it doesn't start floating, you know you're a positive and negative and you're not two positives. But what happens when you got the permanent one? We can't see it floating, huh? It comes right out of the skull. There's always a crackback. The system never fails to stop working, just as IBM explained this morning or yesterday morning. Data pipelines, and if there's an issue, how to keep the data flowing. The optical characters need to keep working. You're fucking slaves, optical characters. I don't care if you're dead, you are still a fucking slave. And now the optical characters are working in holographic technology. We'll call it HD, like your HD TV, to work on giving you holographer's disease. Because when you have an optical character working in a holographic field, and you could start to, I could feel you. Stop touching my balls, optical character. Stop trying to put your finger in my asshole, optical character. Stop trying to pick my nose like you're fucking E.T., optical character. But you could reach out and you could, hey, I'm touching a fucking computer. Oh, you're dead. You're a dead guy, but you're still here. You're dead, but you're still here. Whoa, dude, isn't this fucking like life forever now?